This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Retrovision. Shop with the confidence that you're getting the best price on offer. And Safety Compliance Global, taking care of all your safety requirements. Thank you for supporting local.
Yes, Australia, welcome to another episode of The Couch, episode 792. Let me tell you who's on the couch today. Alexander Sacosta's back talking entertainment. Ranger Red is back in the studio from Red Zoo. Marika Bailey's in from RAC Arena, talking about the top 7 events coming up at the arena. Talking fit with Hulla and the team. We've also got the popcorn panel with Alex Kearns. And later we introduce Francis Higgins again about the Kmart wishing tree. Hope you can stick around. Music-wise, we've got Fox India performing for us as well. It's a big couch. 792 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch. With Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
Hello, Australia. Welcome to another episode of The Couch. Thank you for your company wherever you're watching us. This is our second last show for the year. Next week is our last show, 793. Let's get straight into it today. Let me welcome a man fresh off the plane from Melbourne, Alexander Sacosta. Welcome back with entertainment.
Fred, once I knew that you needed me, I hopped right on that plane. I rang my good friend Alan Joyce. I said, can you get me a flight? He said, no problem.
He upgraded you, right?
I'm here. I love the Chairman's Lounge. It's so nice. So many politicians in there.
I know. I saw Peter Dutton there the other day.
He's in there all the time.
He was trying to escape.
His family, everyone.
Very true, very true. I tell you what. Now, can I tell you about those upgrades?
Please
if there's
do.
ever a free upgrade and you politicians don't want them, throw them our way. We'll take them.
No, that's very generous of you, Fred.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Is there a lot happening?
Yes, let's get straight into it. Now, Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum, they're broken up. They were engaged to be married. She directed the film that he starred in, Blink Twice. That came out this year. Fantastic horror film. And it's over. Look at them. They were like the perfect couple after he was with Jenna Tatum, who was also the perfect couple. But they met on Step Up too.
They have so many perfect couples, don't they? Oh,
It's
he's lost his hair.
sad because I actually kind of liked these two. They kind of had this kind of cool vibe between the two of them. And
Yeah, you haven't heard a lot from Channing. You don't hear a lot of trouble
no,
or
he
problems.
hasn't. No, like unproblematic people.
Yeah, very good,
And
isn't it?
she's
It's a
obviously the
shame.
daughter of
Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz, fantastic singer as well. So it was like the perfect match. Singers, dancers, actors, but no,
Strippers,
it's over.
yeah.
Strippers.
Yeah,
it's
Magic
over,
Mike.
Fred.
So they're looking for a new Magic Mike, are
Well, I guess so. So they were engaged, and that is no more 3 years, and it's finished.
Well,
I'm
I'm very
sorry.
sad to
I'm
see
sorry
it
to be
go.
the person to tell you, Fred, but I thought it's best it comes from a friend.
they? Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hopefully Lenny can cope with it all.
So they're both on the market, whoever's looking.
Thank you. What else have we got?
Moving on, Mel B has reignited her feud with the Spice Girls. So they've been trying to, the scary Spice, if you will. They've been trying to get the Spice Girls back together for such a long time
That's
now.
right, the reunion.
The last time they performed together was at the London Olympics, which was way back in, I think, 2012. So they haven't actually
But
performed
they've got problems
publicly
between
since
them,
then.
haven't they?
Well, they always say they get along, but apparently Mel B's been kicked out of the group chat. Apparently there was a Spice Girls group chat because she kept pushing for them to do a reunion. She really wanted them to. The biggest one who doesn't want to is obviously Victoria.
Yeah, but she doesn't need it. She's a mum.
She wasn't even the one who really sung or danced that much anyway.
Yep.
So I think I don't know if we're ever going to see it, to be quite honest. Obviously, one of them is pushing for it, and that's Mel B.
I don't think
we're
you're going to see it.
again.
And I think, why would they come back?
For what?
For what reason? If
Exactly.
they're all multi-millionaires, they've all got success in their
They
own
don't
right.
need it.
They're happy doing what they're doing. I think there's a point where you've got to stop doing what you do. And I guess ABBA's done that. Other bands have done it.
And that's the thing. And they came back and did that thing, but then it kind of just vanished again. The album never grew. So I don't think there is any value. And it's almost like you're a shadow of your former self.
I have to say to you, I was never a big fan of Spice Girls.
Yeah.
I never really liked their music. But I mean, I'm just one person. But did you like their music?
I thought they had some pretty banger songs, like pretty good hits when you think about it. And like so dramatic when Jerry left, remember that? They were like Viva Forever.
I must admit, who was the lady who sang with Bryan Adams, Baby When You're Gone? That was Mel B or Mel C?
Mel C's the one who was in Jesus Christ Superstar as well.
Maybe
She's
it
the
was
one
Mel
who can
C.
really
She could sing.
She
Yeah,
could
that was the
really
one.
sing.
Not that Mel B you can't sing.
No, Mel B can sing really well. We're not afraid of you.
Is Mel B the one who was on The Masked Singer?
Yes.
Oh, that's the one I don't
Actually,
like.
quite a few of them have been on The Masked Singer. I feel like that becomes the dumping ground. Dumping ground's probably not the right word.
Yeah.
But place
You're
for
right.
former singers
Not
coming
working.
back. Yeah.
Not working artists.
We're like, oh, there's Ciara. She's
if they're not on The Masked Singer, they're on The Jungle. And they earn good money to do it because they haven't earned
See,
anything
that's the
yet.
future.
Well,
So-
good luck to Spice Girls. if they
Jungle
ever come back.
Spice. Perfect.
What else you got?
So we got Guy Sebastian has announced that he's leaving The Voice.
Now,
so
that was a weird one.
very interesting. He's been on the show for 6 years, one of the most consistent judges they've had. He said he wants to work on his new album.
But did he have to leave The Voice to do that?
I don't think so, because when I think of the work schedule, it doesn't seem that it's that all-encompassing. I feel like you could have worked on your own album like all those other artists who've been on The Voice as judges. They all released albums in that time too. So
I wonder
I'm
if
very curious as to what's
I
happened
wouldn't
there.
be surprised he'd turn up on something new.
Another
There's
reality
Big
show.
Brother coming up.
That's on Channel 10 though.
Yeah, but you know what? He started on 10 with Australia's Got Talent and all that sort of
Australian
thing.
Idol, yeah.
Yeah, Australian Idol,
Yeah, he
sorry.
was on the OG.
And
him, Shannon Noel, Cosima DeVito. I remember that
yeah,
season.
and see, they were the best times on that show because
right. We need
we
to
actually,
bring
it
them
was
back.
new. When something is new, we embrace it.
Yes.
When it's done too many times. See, Big Brother, I have to say to you, I don't think it's going to work.
No.
Mel Tracina's a lovely girl, lovely lady, great host, but I think it's been done.
Yeah.
I think it's been done 10 times before by all the other channels, and it's proven that Australia's moved on. And as the Vice President of the USA was, it's time to turn the page. I like that saying. Do you like it?
I like it.
Turn the page.
You're very inspirational, Fred.
Thank you.
So-
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
That
Sorry.
phrase I don't like as much.
No.
So that's the end of that one.
Yep.
So moving on then, Eddie Redmayne.
Good luck to him, by
Good
the way.
luck to Guy Sebastian, our good friend, Guy Sebastian.
Angels brought you here, and angels will take you back.
People are going to be like, what?
Angels brought
I remember
me
that song.
here. I'm pretty good.
Do you remember when they all got them all together, the top 12, and they sang Rise Up?
Yeah, I did actually. I try to forget it. Oh, what's the next story?
Yeah, Eddie Redmayne. So
Yeah.
he thinks with the fans have seen the last of the Fantastic Beasts series. So the last film, which was actually released on streaming services, did not do as well.
Yeah.
So they had the original one, which did really well at the cinema. The second one, not so bad, but the third one kind of tanked.
Why?
And it was meant to be a 5-film franchise, but it ended up, they think they're not going to come back anymore after
And what
that
was
one.
this one called?
This was Fantastic Beasts,
Oh,
and then there was The
Fantastic
Crimes
Beasts,
of
sorry, yeah.
Grindelwald, and The Secrets of Dumbledore. was
And
the third
they're
one.
not going to do another one.
No, that's it. We're leaving the Wizarding World. But I mean, there's talks that there's going to be a new Harry Potter series, which is going to actually go right back and
I
redo
reckon
it.
Lord of the Rings is going to do something because
Oh yes, they
there's
said.
a show
Well, Ian
coming.
McKellen, the show Rings of Power, very
Yes.
good. Celebrimbor,
I
loving
reckon
seeing those
there'll be
rings
a
getting
new
made.
Lord of the Rings coming soon as
Oh,
well.
100%, 100%.
Has to be.
But the Wizarding World still makes so much money, so there will be a new
Harry Potter.
element once that new Harry Potter comes out. you
Sounds
know.
good. Anything else? That's it?
everything, Fred. How exciting.
Thank you very much. Now, you're working at Burswood over the Melbourne
some cool
Cup and all
events
that.
at the Crown. So
Yep.
if you come to the Crown, come say hi.
You're a
to
very
me.
busy man.
I try
Well
to
done.
keep myself busy.
Alexander, what's your website when people want to get in
Of
contact with you?
course, alexandersacosta.com. Send me a message. We'd love to help elevate your event.
Well done. I tell you what, elevating is exactly what Club Fiesta do.
Mm-hmm.
They elevate my heart rate every time they're down at the Pack downstairs in the theatre. I think Hulla's ready with the team. Hulla, let's throw to you for another fitness segment. Over to you.
Thank you, Fred. Hi, everyone. My name is Hal, and I'm from Club Fiesta. Welcome to our Talking Fit segment. I've got my team with me today. I've got Sarah, Amanda, and I have Taylor. We're so happy to be here, guys. Club Fiesta is a dance fitness exercise program. It is designed for everyone. It is known for its epic music and the simplicity of it. Anyone and everyone can do the class. If you want to try a class, please check out our website, clubfiesta.com.au. And if you want to become an instructor, which we're so excited, and we're all over Australia and the world, please make sure you head to our website again and check us out there. Other than that, we're so happy to be here. We're going to do a little dance segment for you guys to try at home. Are you ready? Let's go, roll the music. Here we go. We're going to stomp and we're going to wind your hips. Here we go. Stomp it good. Nice and strong. That's it. 4, 3. We're going to pump it. Here we go. Pump it. Whoop. That's it. We're going to switch other side. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're going to go to the back. Let's go. Back, back. Now we're going to come forward all the way. Whoop, whoop. Back. Looking good. Yes. 2 more. Woo. Hup, hup. One more time. Couldn't help it. That's it. Come on up. All right, guys. We're going to wind back. That's it. We're going to do a reggaeton, side to side. Single, single, double. Here we go. Boom. Yes. 2. And then we're going to change it up just slightly. Watch this. Hey, 1, 1, double, boom. You. Hey. One more time. We're going to go to the back again. Let's go. Hey. Whoop, whoop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think you know the sound. You know the sound. We're going to pump it side to side. Hey. Woo. We're going to go heels in. Well done. Side to side. Woo. Let's go. And just dance your heart out. You know the words, sing along. One more. Hey. Woo. All right, we're going to wave. Come on down. And then. Well done. Here we go. Just like in the room. Dancing. No one's watching. Pull it down. Let's go. Woo. One more. Yes. Now, we're going to do something new. We're going to bring it. Hey. Woo. Bring it in. We're going to go stomp, stomp. Whoa, whoa. Stomp it back. Hey. Hey. Let's go again. Woo. Hey. We're gonna wave it again. 4. You. Pull it down. Feels good, guys, to dance. Dancing is for everyone. It doesn't matter. Even if you didn't got 2 left feet, you can move to the music. And this is what Club Fiesta is all about. Are you ready to stop, stop, drop, pump around, go. Woo! Here we go. Oh yes. Looking good, girls. Whoop. We're gonna push it back. Either way. Hey. You. 4, 3. Hey. Nice. Well done. I hope you tried this one at home. Try to breathe here for a second. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. This is going to be our last segment of the year. We're wishing everyone a happy Christmas, happy New Year's, and we really hope to see you guys in the new year. You want to have any questions? Check out our website, clubfiesta.com.au. Thank you so much. We're so excited. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Back to you, Fred. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Hala, and the team, and thank you for being a part of the couch this year. We've loved having you, and we look forward to being fit with you next year. Time now on the couch to talk animals, and Red Zoo is back. Brad Holland is here with our very own Nisha Seth.
Thank you so much, Fred. Thank you. And we also have the TV debut of these 2 gorgeous little fellows, who Fred has named, I think, Paula, and I've named this one Chester, because I don't have names yet. Welcome, Ranger Ed.
Thanks for having me. So I guess your audience is used to me always bringing native animals and that. We don't have a lot of exotics at the zoo. And people probably think, well, people have these in their backyard. Why would they have them at the zoo? There's people that their parents might be scared of guinea pigs, so they might bring the kids. But guinea pigs are a big favourite at the zoo, and they are from the rodent family. And there's also the agouti and the capybara. They're actually the closest living relative of the capybara.
Wow.
And unfortunately, until we get some change in government here, we won't have the chance to see any capybaras at my zoo. And yet, my mates on the East Coast have them and breed them, and are waiting for me to be able to bring some in.
So why is that? Why can't you
so
have them?
we have very funny laws here, and we deal with an organisation called DPIRD, and there's certain rules and regulations and that, and we're hoping when we move to the new zoo we can get some changes in that legislation, so we can come on standard and on par with the rest of Australia.
Great. It's a good precedent if the East Coast does have that kind of flexibility, and maybe we'll consider that moving forward as well. So the Royal Show, I believe you ran into Fred and the crew there as well.
I did.
How was the Royal Show?
It was extremely busy. On the Monday, they cut ticket sales at 69,000, and on the Saturday they actually allowed 74,000 people through the gates.
Wow, okay.
And I guess I shouldn't say capped sales because Roger Cook kindly allowed free entry for children and that, and he also allowed free entry for the month of spring to Perth Zoo, which has meant myself and Caversham Wildlife Park have taken a bit of a hit these holidays, because fair enough, if you've got a chance to do something for free, wouldn't you take that option? But we're not government funded, and we're not supported by the government at the moment, so hopefully that's going to change in the future.
Well, I do believe you do have a meet-up coming soon with Roger Cook, and we've had him on the show as well. He seems like a reasonable gentleman, so hopefully you can have a discussion about
I'm sure he'll be very reasonable.
Yeah.
He's when he was tourism minister, he came through the zoo and that, and has made some promises, so let's hope they come good with their promises.
Fantastic. And there's a lot of exciting things ahead for Ranger Red, isn't there?
There is. Obviously, we've got school holidays coming up and that. We're still in spring, so we've got lots of little babies around at the moment, lots of baby birds. Our possums have got their babies riding around on the bottom, on their back, sorry. And as you can see, these guys here are only 3 weeks, so these guys are spring babies as well.
Spring babies. Very cute little Chester.
So one thing about guinea pigs and horses that make them different to other animals is they don't have fur, they have hair.
Yes, I can see beautiful.
And in
beautiful
Peru, they obviously have, well, these are actually, we're calling them guinea pigs, but they're actually cavies, is their proper name. And in Peru, when a young couple gets married, both sets of parents give them a pair of guinea pigs each, so that's 2 pairs. So the family will always have meat because they eat them over there.
Oh dear. Okay, so we all have different traditions.
Not that I think we're going to have a cooking segment here.
No. We're still working on the cooking segment, but we will not be having guinea pigs on there, I do not think at all. Fred's face, no, absolutely not. No, they're too cute. Don't worry, guys. You'll be safe here on the couch.
And so they don't smell like rats?
No, they smell lovely,
so
and they're beautiful
to
touch.
They're great pets for small apartments and
what kids as well? Because I imagine they're really gentle, they're light.
Yeah, well, you can see they're just gently
fairly
sitting
robust
there.
if you drop them.
Yeah. I don't think we should be promoting that.
No, by accident. By accident, I meant. Oh, look, Fred looks like he wants to have a play. There you go. There's Paula, Fred.
There you go. Oh, how cute. And they do fit beautifully into your mouth. No, I could not imagine why anyone would need to eat a little animal like this. Any animal, really. But, look, I can understand sheep and stuff. We're used to it. But
I'm going to take us back in time to when there was a television series, and you just made me think of that when you said about that, the television series V.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, where they were aliens that were actually reptilian people.
Yes, they used to swallow the rats whole. But I don't think I could do that. I'd be very sick. And I've had a gastric sleeve, so I can't eat very much.
Oh, no.
Are they very easy to look after, animals like this?
So they're herbivores, so they eat fruit and vegetables. Orange and potatoes are toxic to guinea pigs. But, yeah, as I said, easily maintained in a small apartment. Pellets, water, obviously, and then fruit and vegetables, apples, carrots, cabbage.
They're always reproducing, I must admit. Yes. I've seen them on Instagram and stuff. They're always reproducing very quickly, and they're always very fast. You can't catch them. So how come these are so gentle and so...
probably because they have so much human contact at the zoo with young children.
So
and
they're
that,
used
like
to people.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Look, Chester wants to say something. Oh,
do you reckon these would be a great pet for a child, where you don't have a lot of room in the house and stuff?
Yes, yep.
And can you keep them inside?
You can, and WA has an amazing cavie association, and they have shows and they have a children's section. I don't know if they still do it, but when I was young and used to have guinea pigs, they used to have guinea pig races at the Cavie Association.
We used to do a lot. We had guinea pigs as a kid. I think we had about 8 of them. And they were just, we never ate them, obviously. But no, look, very, very interesting. Now, you've got your Christmas events coming up.
Yes.
What are you running over Christmas with the zoo? Is it still open?
Yeah, we're still open. The only day we're closed is Christmas Day, so we'll have our Keeper for a Day program going again, where you can drop your child off at 10 a.m. and pick them up at 3 p.m. And the guinea pigs are one of the animals they'll get to interact with, along with the koala, the crocodile, our dingoes, and whatnot. And during school holidays, we have the interaction. So that's the snake handling, the batong, which is a little rat kangaroo, our lizards, and our ferrets.
Yep. Fantastic. And also the times that you're open to over this
school
period.
holidays and weekends, we're 9 till 5, and then non-school holiday periods, Monday to Friday, 10 till 4.
Now, you were saying earlier on DPIRD. Now, that's a department of?
Primary Industries and Regional Development.
Because people out there would probably say, what's DPIRD? That's the people you have to ring and say, look after Ranger Red. We need him around.
Yeah.
I reckon if you... A good friend of mine's called Rita Safiotti. You may have heard of her. She likes trains. But up here in Ellenbrook, I reckon you can move your zoo up here and she'd be more than happy to help you. Maybe across the road from our studio.
She is Tourism Minister, so hopefully she'll be pushing.
I know the government is wanting to win the next election, and I think they're so much into community, and I think it'd be a great opportunity to look after Red Zoo. You've done so much work in the community, and well done. Nisha, do I throw back to you to wrap it up? Or do I say, Red, how do we get in contact? What's your website?
www.redzoo.com.au, and you can also find us on Facebook.
Wonderful. Nisha's in love with the little guinea pig. She's taking both of them home.
Gorgeous.
This is Red, of course, from Red Zoo. Nisha, thank you very much as well for cuddling that cute little animal. And this is little Paula here. We're going to take a break. More of The Couch coming up. We're talking to Marika from RAC Arena. We've got Fox India performing for us and much more. Keep watching. Welcome back to The Couch. Always nice to have Marika Bailey, Marketing Director, Marketing Manager, Communications. You do everything there.
All the things. One shop
RAC
band.
Arena.
One shop band. That's not a saying.
Well, you do everything. Let's just say you do everything.
Everything.
And you know everything there. You've been there for such a long time.
Yep.
RAC Arena has been incredibly busy since COVID disappeared.
Yep.
But it hasn't stopped.
No.
Which is, we want it to keep going.
Exactly.
You have got so many events coming up.
I know.
And I talk about these every week, and there's new ones every week.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful.
I think I had 5 announcements just last week.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
Does
it's been really good.
surprise you? When you live in Perth, I have never seen so many artists, and it's good, that they're finally seeing Perth as we are here.
Yeah.
And they're loving coming to Perth because it's some of their best shows.
Yeah, no, it's really good. We've got really a receptive audience and they love live entertainment. So
I mean,
it's
we're
great.
talking about events that are coming up in May next year so people can start booking.
Yeah.
So
we're talking about the top 7, but there's so many I'm actually not mentioning.
Well, let's get straight
busy.
into it, okay? United Cup, 27th of December to the 1st of January. What are we expecting there?
So our annual tennis tournament is coming bigger and better. It will be the 27th of December to the 1st of January, and we're expected to have Team USA, Greece, China, Germany, Canada, Brazil, Spain, Kazakhstan, and one to be announced later this month.
And is that being televised?
Yes.
Is it on 9?
Broadcast. Oh.
It better be on
Damn it,
9.
you put me
9
on.
is the
You put
best
me on.
network.
Yeah.
It might be us at 9 doing it, but
yeah.
9 does the tennis better than anyone else. If anybody else does it, they'll do, but not as good as 9.
Well, it's even better than broadcast,
Yeah.
being there in person.
I
so you
think
should get your ticket.
Get your tickets because you can only see it once, and if you miss it, you won't get to see it again. So it's only for 3 or 4 days?
The 27th to the 1st, so
about
quick math,
5 days.
5?
5 days.
Yeah.
It's called the United Cup, and it's at RAC Arena. Bryan Adams. I love Bryan Adams.
Yeah.
We were talking about this with Alexander earlier on.
Yeah.
Mel C and him did a song, Baby, When You're Gone.
When you're gone. No, God,
Yes,
I can't sing.
I feel like I'm in love.
So in love.
Yes, that's it, isn't it? We're right. For once, we got the right song. Now, he's coming to Perth.
Yes.
How good is
9th
that?
of Feb, one
And
night
Summer
only.
of 69 as well, he sang.
Yeah,
which is
God, there's
always-
so many hits.
I love
Please
Bryan
forgive
Adams.
me, everything I do it for you. I do it for you, Fred.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everything I do, I do it for you.
Just love the
I'm
serenade.
really good, I tell you what.
Yeah, we're on fire.
I reckon, karaoke.
Yeah, who needs Bryan Adams?
Exactly, 9th of February.
Yeah.
Every song you could possibly love from Bryan Adams.
Yeah, he's had a massive
going to
career.
be here. Summer of 69. He's got massive amount of albums. We'd love you to support it. Only one show, so you need to get your tickets now.
Yes.
Now, New Order is also amazing. They've also got one show, 5th of March.
5th of March. So synth pop is New Order. Are you a fan? Do you know of them?
I know of them. I was
Yeah.
never a big fan, but I know they're pretty good.
Yeah,
They're popular
yeah.
anyway.
It's super popular. People have sort of come out of the woodworks. I wasn't sort of too aware of them prior to the announcement.
There they are,
but
they're on screen.
yeah, no, it's exciting that they're going to be here and they're basically celebrating their biggest hits of the four decades
I
that
love
they've been
that.
forming.
We were saying this on radio. How come so many? I mean, you've got Cliff Richard coming. You've got Dionne Warwick, and they're all in their 80s. And I'm thinking, what's happened to the youth type music? And I guess it doesn't sustain. Like the older music appeals to more people that we all remember it. So my age group, not yours.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
You're
Yeah.
still like Puff Daddy and all that sort of thing, but
Not quite.
not quite. A New Order, only one show, 5th of March. We'd love you to book your tickets. Now, Sarah Millican,
Yes.
14th of March, one show again.
Yes, she's a comedian. So 14th month, as you said,
I hope
ages
she's funny.
16 plus for this one. So I think it's a bit
adult.
spicy. Yeah.
Oh, so it's an adult show. There
It's
she
an
is
adult,
there.
well, 16 plus. So yeah, so she is. So she's coming on the 5th, and essentially it's about. The show's called Late Bloomer, and I think it's just telling the story of growing up. I think she was a bit of a shy wallflower, and now obviously she's a stand-up comedian. So it's the evolution
Fantastic.
of her coming. Yeah.
Wonderful. So if you want to see Sarah Millican, she's only got one show coming at the RS Arena. 14th of March is the only night you're going to see her.
Yes.
Get your tickets now because it sounds like it's going to be fantastic. Late Bloomer is her show.
Yeah.
Now, Cody Johnson,
Country
one
music. Are you into country
On
music?
the road again. I love Slim Dusty.
Achy breaking heart. Yeah, it's just like it's just the classics that come to mind.
My achy breaky heart.
Yeah, not quite Cody Johnson, but
No.
yes. Country music is coming up in a big
And
way.
here I
which is-
never thought you were a country music fan, but
I appreciate the storytelling.
Yeah,
I think you
okay.
don't have to read into what they literally are just saying what they, like it's not hidden
do you know
meaning.
what I have to say? Because I know what people from country lovers saying. Oh, we love that music. They are country music. I think it's got its own little niche group,
It's
and
massive,
people
though.
absolutely love it. You've
Yeah.
got rodeos down south in Bunbury and Busselton.
This weekend, in fact.
There you go.
Yeah,
See, I'm aware of all these things. I have to
Yeah.
have my
We're cool,
finger
we're
on the
hip
pulse.
happening.
Yeah, we'll be there, but we just couldn't be there for
No,
singing. But,
you know.
No, so we got Cody Johnson, of course, 20th of March, one
Yeah.
show. If you love your country music, don't miss it. It's going to be great. Now, Russell Peters,
Another comedian.
another comedian, 28th
Yes.
of March.
Yes, so Canadian comedian. Apparently he was recently named the Rolling Stones 50 best comics of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. If you're in the Rolling Stone, you're
Of
gonna be
all
pretty
time
good,
as
mate.
well, though,
Yeah.
right? Like that's a pretty good claim to fame. So
There he is,
yeah,
mate.
he's coming on the 20th.
Do we know what show he's doing? What's his
It's
comedy
called
normally?
Relax. I don't know. It's called Relax.
Oh,
is
Relax.
the show.
Oh,
yeah,
so
I don't
it's-
100% know what it's about, but
Well, you're going to relax. And
But it sounds
enjoy
like it's
good
gonna be a good
comedy
time,
show.
yeah, just sit back and
Fantastic.
relax,
Good
so.
seating, so you'll probably be able to relax very nicely at the RSC Arena.
Exactly.
Our last show today, Human Nature.
Mm.
Now, Sonia, call out one of the songs again. Sonia. Eternal Flame. Oh, Eternal Flame. Close your eyes, tell me the truth now.
I just need a
Do
candle.
you hear what I'm hearing? Do you understand? Is that the one?
unfortunately they're not singing their pop tunes.
Oh.
They're celebrating 20 years of their Motown music,
Oh,
which would be
okay.
really exciting. So they had 3 Motown albums.
Yes, they did.
Reach Out, Dancing in the Street, and Get Ready, which have been hugely popular.
They are amazing. They're
Yeah.
fully Australian. They're a great. They were on telethon just recently. They
and
do a
they've
great
had
job.
a massive Vegas residency.
Yes, they did.
So yeah, super popular.
And
It's-
Motown is their new thing that they do, and they do
Yeah.
it really, really well. So if you like songs like, Oh What a Night,
Yeah.
stuff like that's the sound that they have now. And they're an amazing collective together.
Yeah.
I think is there 5 of them?
4.
4. There you go. There was 5, but I refused to sing with them. But Human Nature, 5th of April. There's 4 of them. They're all Australian. It's a fantastic boy group.
Yeah.
And they're, like I said, fully Australian. Please support them. And there's also something else coming up. You've got the
Yes.
fantastic raffle
Yeah, so
ticket.
our annual charity raffle, the Concert Super Pass, for $10 you can win 2 tickets to each concert coming up at
That's
RSC Arena for
2
2025.
tickets.
Yeah.
So for 2 people, you
Yeah.
can take whoever you like to any of the shows that are coming up
each of
at
the
RSC
concerts
Arena.
in
So
2025.
that's amazing. So if I wanted to go to, say, Human Nature,
Yep.
I can take
Cindy
Marika with me.
Lauper, Kylie Minogue, Childish Gambino, Tyler the Creator.
Oh, you're a
We've-
name dropper. Time after time you are.
We've got a few acts coming.
I
so.
tell you what, I'm going to ask, do you get to talk to all these
I
artists?
definitely do not.
You don't?
I
Seriously?
don't. No.
Do you ever want to?
I mean, it would be nice, but no,
Because
it's
I'm
not
happy
part
to
of my
give
job.
you a camera and you can get a microphone and just do some interviews for me.
I don't think I would have my job for long if that was
Wow.
the case.
Now, see, this is one of the things. You do such a great job promoting them, getting their ticket sales, but you don't have the time you don't actually get to meet them a lot.
No, I mean, fair enough. You know, they're doing
Lucky
their
you
own
met
thing.
me.
They're busy.
I'm always here for you. Hey,
you.
if people want to buy tickets for all of those events, there's heaps more coming. We'll catch up with you on 6PR because we're finished for the year next week. But Marika Bailey will be with us again next week from RAC Arena. racarena.com.au is where you'll get all the information, the tickets. Buy them from there. You can have all the links, saves you going to all the other different providers. racarena.com.au. Marika, thank you very much for being on the couch this year.
You're welcome.
We'll
Thanks
keep
for having
in
me.
touch and we'll get our singing down pat as well.
Yeah, we'll practice over the summer.
Well, I tell you what, Fox India's coming up. They're two wonderful teenage brothers, which are now like in the 18 and 19-year-old. But here they are singing an original song called 405 in the Pack, Fox India.
Maybe there's a God above, maybe it's light, maybe we're pure, maybe we're not, maybe we'll never know. I think that's fine, if you're still here, could be 1,000 years and it won't be long enough. If she would fade and leave this earth, you don't look like the girls that I know, they don't steal my breath like you do, You know it's hard not to kiss you right, so now I can't take us anywhere, and that's fine, we can stay inside. And no, I can't believe you know, wake up together at like 4 or 5, and lay wrapped up until the sunrise, spot our shadows when it starts to rise. Molded together, we are so entwined, and I can't believe you know. Go, 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 keep me on my feet again. Pomegranate, peaches, mango skin is what she's offering me. Terracotta body, tangled through her bed like porcelain. Paintings cover walls to tell the stories I feel foreign, and I can't believe you know. And I can't believe you know. You know it's hard not to kiss you right, so now I can't take us anywhere, and that's fine, we can stay and hide. And no, I can't believe you know, I'm dreaming of her, wake up at 4 or 5. Her breath is warm, I feel her body rise. Breath from her mother in her mother's eyes. Lying together, we are so alike, and I can't believe you know. And I can't believe you know. Don't think I'll ever forget you, no. Don't think I'll ever forget you, no. Don't think I'll ever forget you, no. Don't think I'll ever forget you, no.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys from Fox India. They'll be back at the end of the show unless I talk too much and run over time, but they will be back. Just stick around the pack. We'll come back to you very soon. Marika, thank you very much. We're going to take a break. The Popcorn panel is back talking streaming, great shows. Alex Kearns. Stick around. You're watching The Couch. Welcome back to The Couch. Always a pleasure to have Alex Kearns back with the Popcorn panel. Welcome back. You've just come from travelling and you're back in Perth. How long for this time, can I ask?
Oh, about 8 weeks.
Oh, is that all?
It's like permanent residency this time.
Well, yeah, you have to update your Medicare card in case you're not here long enough.
I know.
Welcome back. You know, you've been watching heaps of different shows and you've been to the movies as well. You've got your top 7 and then we've got your top 4 movies as well, haven't we?
Yeah, so I thought today I'd focus on documentaries because I watched a lot of docos on the plane while I was travelling. So the first one up that I recommend, they're all 7 out of 10 and up, and 7 is go see it, so they're worth watching, are the Speedway Murders. So it's a doco about these 4 poor kids working at a burger joint. It was in Indiana, 1978.
True
in
story?
Springfield. Yes.
A lot happens in Springfield.
Springfield, yes, it does. They're at a burger restaurant, and they got abducted and murdered from the restaurant. And so the doco is about different scenarios and different points of view on who it might have been that did it. And they actually have real kind of, not real because obviously they're deceased, but reenactment footage of the disappearance and the murders, So the actual actors playing the kids that were abducted are discussing their own deaths, saying, do you think it was this guy? So it's kind of like real life interviews spliced in with a bit of
Did you think
acting.
did they do it well? Do they do
Yeah, they
it well?
did do it really well. I haven't seen a doco like that where there's kind of reenactments with real people, or with actors playing the people. It was really good, and you definitely at the end have a very strong sense of who did it. Let's put it that way. So I thought that was really good, very well researched and well put together. Love on the Run. This is about a prison officer, Vicky White, and she fell for a prisoner whose name happened to be Casey White.
Why would that ever happen?
I can't. She was a prison officer for like 20 years, and she basically said to everyone, "I'm going to take him to the courthouse, put him in the police car, in the prison car," and they ran off together into the wild
So is
yonder.
this a true documentary?
It is. It only happened within probably about the last 18 months, 2 years.
I guess it can happen if you're always hanging around the same people and you form a friendship with them and you feel sorry for them or whatever it is and you become lovers.
Well, as a former police officer, I just found it really unfathomable that a corrections officer would have a relationship like that. But especially so far into her career, she was very well respected, but she ran off with him and they were on the run, I think, for about 7 days. It doesn't end well, but it was just shocking, and it just goes to show, I do think they were actually in love. I do think it was genuine, but we'll never know. He was a really violent criminal, but it was really baffling. Gave that one 8 out of 10.
Love on the Run,
worth watching.
Good
Love on
name
the
for
Run. Into the Fire. This is a 2-part series about this woman who gave her child up for adoption and found out 20 odd years later that the daughter she gave up had disappeared when she was 15. And so she's like, well, I need to find justice for my daughter. I feel guilty for giving her up for adoption. And so she goes to the foster family and she makes these allegations, Fred, that make her look crazy. You're like, this woman's just grieving, feeling guilt, and her mother's intuition was absolutely spot on. I get goosebumps because when you watch that, the plot twist will... I was like that. It was amazing. Hand over my mouth. Charlize Theron is a producer. Yeah, it's shocking. And in the end, the person that is held accountable... probably a serial killer, so it was just amazing. Daughters, a kind of sweet show about 4 young girls whose fathers are in prison, and the prison has a program where they have daddy-daughter dances. So the kids are preparing to go to the jail and have a big kind of like, prom for kids. And it was very bittersweet for some of the kids. The older they were more angry at their dads for choosing crime over them and things like that. But the younger girls forgave their parents quite easily, and some it was quite difficult at some of the dances to see the interactions with their fathers. The fathers really wanted to bond with these kids, and some of the kids just weren't having it.
So there's 4 daughters.
Yep.
4 dads, obviously.
Pretty much, and you see a whole other range of dads at the dance as well with their kids. But apparently, it's been running for 12 years. This program.
What does it try to achieve? What's the
I
theory?
think it gives them something to the incarcerated
fathers?
men, something to look forward to when they get out, and to realise how important their kids are. So apparently, it's got a 95% rate of males going through the program not reoffending and ending up in jail.
Very good.
Because they realise that their kids,
It's something worthwhile.
Choose kids, not crime.
Good
message for life there, Fred.
Ellen's back.
Sweet Bobby.
Sweet Bobby.
Sweet Bobby. So this is a doco on a woman who is on the internet talking to someone she's met once.
Yep.
So a real person called Bobby. They talk for about a decade. Have a relationship for part of that time, and then she finds out she's not talking to Bobby. It's someone else.
Oh, it's one of those sort of shows.
Yes, it's a catfish doco.
Oh dear, that happens a lot in real life.
Oh, I won't tell you. Well, this is real life. I won't tell you who the person is who was catfishing her, but again, you'll be horrified. The person had 60 fake profiles to push towards building that fake world of Bobby in the middle. So Bobby's friends, Bobby's family, Bobby's cousins.
They're elaborate, aren't they? They go to such extremes of that web to get you in, and it's so terrible people fall for it.
And hasn't been charged for any crime. There needs to be more crime around kind of internet stuff like that. Ellen DeGeneres, she is back. She's done a stand-up special called For Your Approval on Netflix, and basically she talks about being kicked out of show business, talks about being cancelled. It's funny, but there's a lot of truth in jest in what she's saying.
Why did she get thrown out of television? I mean, I know she said a few things that people sort of reported.
There was a culture in her show that was not probably conducive to
We
women
heard a lot
working there.
about that, didn't we?
Yeah, and I think everything flows from the top down, and I think there was a lack of action taken, let's just say, if we're talking around it a little bit, lack of action taken in relation to stomping that out. It wasn't her directly, it was producers and some of the people working on the show, but a toxic workplace, basically.
So this is a stand-up show?
Yeah, so she just talks about her life post the show. I do think Ellen did a lot of good for people, and I do think for a lot of years it's very easy to cancel someone at the end of the day, but I do think she did a lot of good. But it's just, it was honest and relatable, and it was just good to see her on the screen again, even if it was only, for a 70-minute
there's a lot of people
stand-up
that love
special.
her. It's like Oprah.
Totally.
She wasn't my favourite thing, Oprah, but I know that so many people looked up to her and loved her inspiration.
And
so.
she did a lot of good work too.
I agree.
And still does. And my favourite doco of certainly the latter part of this year, Will and Harper. Now, I've got to say, I'm really sorry to Will Ferrell, but I wasn't a Will Ferrell fan. I loved one film where it's a film about Eurovision, that was about it. But he goes on a road trip
That was funny.
It was great. He goes on a road trip with his friend Harper Steele, and Harper Steele was a writer for Saturday Night Live. And they've been friends for about 30 years, and Harper Steele has transitioned in her 60s to a woman. And so Will Ferrell and Harper go on a road trip, and Will Ferrell was just lovely, very kind and very understanding, asked the right questions.
There's some emotion in this too. I think he's in
There
tears
is.
in a couple of places.
But in thinking about it, Fred, I don't think you should get a prize for treating your trans friend like a human being, But yet Will Ferrell
and
did.
recording it as well, and putting it out there, which is really unusual.
It was, but they went to some really anti-trans places and the establishments and some states of America that aren't really, on board with that sort of thing. And I found Will Ferrell to be lovely. I had a different opinion of him at the end. I thought they were both awesome.
I think he's just stupid and funny.
Oh, in this, he was just a good, really good, kind friend, and he's got a good soul, and I think that's what shone through.
done.
And Harper's really brave to come out in her 60s as trans. Kirsten Wiig did an amazing soundtrack too. It's just brilliant. It was a one-episode show, but I could have watched 3 or 4 episodes of it.
Maybe it's the start of something new.
Yeah, they had a little montage at the end of their journey, but I could have watched more.
Now, Sonia
And-
tells us we've got a minute and a half
Brilliant.
to wrap it up.
Well, that's
Go for it.
perfect, because my top 4 films of the year, Fred. So I didn't talk about films at the movies this year, because that's someone else's gig, but I just wanted to run through my top 4. Number 1, The Wild Robot. I'm repping their t-shirt today. It's got, sorry, I touched my mic, but The Wild Robot, absolutely amazing. See it on the biggest screen you can, whether it's in your house or at the cinema. Number 2, I loved Runt. Homegrown.
Homegrown.
Yeah,
Australian
Craig
made.
Silvey's
West
book
Australian made.
adaptation, brilliant. Number 3, complete change of pace, The Substance, Demi Moore's best work, I think, Fred. Full on. It's not really, you don't say I love that movie, but it's certainly has an impact, and it's a lot. And number 4, I love Memoir of a Snail.
Another Australian.
Which I only saw yesterday.
And they call that, is it
Claymation, yes, stop motion claymation. It's a
Fantastic.
mouthful.
I actually enjoyed it as well. I think it's
Loved
worthwhile
it.
watching. Even if you get it on DVD, whatever you do, just watch it. Support Australian.
8 years in the making, and it's just brilliant. So thank you so much, Fred. That's it for my doco roundup and my top 4 films of the
Where
year.
can we find out more information about Popcorn?
On the Popcorn Panel on Instagram, Popcorn Panel on Instagram.
There you go. Thank
See
you
you there.
very much. Love having you on the show. Hopefully you'll be back next year. I know you're going to be watching heaps of shows. Alex Kearns on the couch. We'll take a break on the couch. More coming up right after this.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back to the couch. Always nice to have our supporters on the couch to chat to. Safety Compliance Global is an amazing company that looks after your safety in your business. And to talk about that and more, we've got the owner of the company talking to our very own Nisha. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Fred. Yes, we have the Director of Safety Compliance Global, Amanda Davis. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me.
How's your day been so far?
Yeah, pretty good so far.
Lovely. Now, Safety Compliance Global, what do you do?
So we build safety and quality systems for our clients to ensure, obviously, first and foremost, workers are safe when they go to work, and also to train and educate people to make sure that those systems aren't just a bit of paper, but really good action within the company to ensure everyone's safety, really.
And it's really important now, isn't it? I mean, safety, physical safety has always been important, but psychological safety is important.
Yeah.
Is the area growing, do you believe?
Oh, absolutely, it is. The legislation changed in 2022 for us here in WA.
Yes.
It's much more robust. It's more prescriptive in some areas, and even the focus for officers of companies has really grown. And with that comes, prosecutions and things that can be scary. So the company, we focus on the worker safety, but also protecting the officers of the business, because they won't necessarily have the infrastructure to have people to help them navigate. And it is a big system that's difficult to navigate, so we try and aid that.
I like hearing that you know about that dual duty of care. Do you find that there is still an increased amount of knowledge required by employers out there as well as employees?
Absolutely. And a good portion of our clients are those small to medium companies. There's misconceptions, and companies still need that education. As an example, a business that has a worker ratio of 3 still has the same requirements as an organisation that has 1,000 workers.
Absolutely.
The duties for businesses aren't transferable, where some companies would think I'm hiring that plant, so it's not my duty, where it actually is.
Yeah, and directors' duties as well have increased, haven't they? So that veil of incorporation that people, when they incorporate, think they have, that can come down basically if there's an incident on site and there's an investigation by WorkSafe here or Safe Work nationally. So the clients you work with, do you work across industries?
So we have a good selection, civil, mining, which is where I cut my teeth when I started as a safety professional, energy, and even tourism.
Oh, wow. So tell us about your passion, because as you said, you've worked prior to opening Safety Global Compliance, you worked for many other people. Where does your passion come for safety?
I've worked as a safety professional now for around 18 years, and unfortunately, I've investigated far too many incidences where people have had serious injuries at work, some of those including fatalities. So my passion really is to ensure that that doesn't happen. I've seen the impacts of that, not just to their families, but to their workplace.
Absolutely. When we talk about systems, what are you talking about there for those that may not be, have worked in organisations for a long time?
So a system really takes what the requirements are, whether that be in legislation or even an Australian standard as an example, and we build that into a structured kind of process. So here are the steps that workers and even officers need to follow to make sure that they're adhering to that. And not even just that it's ticking off that compliance, but that it's really impactful and there's action in the workplace to ensure that people are safe.
So good governance and compliance, but you also do training as well.
Yes, that's right. So there's, again, with the changes in the legislation, the requirements for supervisors is a lot more. So we do supervisor training as well.
Excellent.
To equip them to make good decisions.
That's really good. So in terms of recommendations for people watching and thinking, gee, I run a small business or medium business, what would a first step be?
I think the first step really would be to call out to somebody that, like Safety Compliance Global, who can help you to navigate and ask questions. And also sometimes there's a lot of unknowns, so that conversation could even be around, what do you do? How does that fit with the legislation? And then building some steps forward, whether that be an audit or a bit of a build for them to improve.
Well, because ignorance is not an excuse now, is it? Absolutely not.
No,
not that, nor should it ever have been. But
and again, with the kind of clients that we work with, they're not setting out with the intent of having unsafe workplaces. They're not setting out with the intent of refusing to follow legislation, but there's so much of it for them to understand that unfortunately we do see gaps that we help them with.
And you don't know what you don't know, do you? So
Absolutely.
it's about asking the right questions.
That's right.
Now, we have a lot of tech experts on this show, and technology is progressing very fast with or without us. So tell us what changes you think might happen in the industry, particularly in the safety industry, with technology kind of going quite quickly.
Yeah, well, even in the last 12 months, I've seen an increase in things like electronic platforms for conducting risk assessments. There's sites that operate now in mining where every document is live. You access it via an iPad. There's, improved safety in design. So the engineering controls are built into the plant because of technology. And there's some really cool things happening with VR training as well around safety.
Excellent. Well, you sound full book on that as well. And that is so important, especially in our mining industry, right? We've got shift workers swapping shifts and they sometimes don't talk to each other because they can't and they miss information and that can result in a safety incident.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Excellent. So number one tip is to get in touch with yourself, I think very important. Anything else you wanted to share with the team out there that might be watching for the first time?
I think don't be scared of safety and compliance, because the other thing that it can give businesses is efficiencies. It can make your work better. It can make workers be more motivated with what they do. So it's not just a matter of compliance and a tick. It's about having all of these other great impacts as well.
Excellent. Well, very nice to meet you, Amanda. We might end up referring to each other, I think. So where do we find out more about your business?
So you can log on to our website at safetycomplianceglobal.com.au.
Excellent. And I do believe you're also on other social media too?
Yeah, so Instagram is a great place to check us out. We have lots of educational information to help people as well.
I like that. Excellent. Well, so nice to meet you, Amanda.
Likewise.
And great that you're in your passion, running your own business. You've got complete creative license. That's good.
If you ask anyone that works with me, they know that she's just the person that's really passionate about safety and I'm engaged with it. So,
well, given your 18 years and you've also got academic qualifications in this space, fantastic. We'll look forward to having you back on the show, and thank you for supporting us here at The Couch as well.
No worries,
it's really
welcome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. If you missed any of that, you can go to thecouch.com.au or our Facebook page as well. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha, and thank you to Amanda as well and all her support and keeping us here at The Couch, making this wonderful show. Local people supporting local organisations as well. We'll take a break. More of The Couch coming up right after this.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
Welcome back to The Couch. We're in the theatre here at Ellenbrook Secondary College. Now I'm standing all the way over here. Adam is over there from Perth Reptile Company. We're going to give you a little bit of a lesson on how to look after or how to deal with venomous snakes, the types of snakes that we're dealing with, and also how to deal with it if you get bitten. And don't touch them, basically. I'm going to go over and say hello to Adam. Adam, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Fred.
Now, what are we doing today?
All right, so we are going to show you a little bit of defensive snake behaviour. So we got the two main venomous snakes that are found in Perth, the dugite and the tiger snake. Tiger snake, arguably the most feared one because of their reputation. So I'm actually going to show you just how they react to people, why we don't need to be as scared of them as people are.
Because that's the normal thing, isn't it? As soon as you see a snake, people run or go for a shovel or whatever to defend themselves. You don't always have to do that. And you shouldn't be killing snakes as well.
It is illegal. Yeah, it is actually illegal to kill any native Australian animal, including snakes.
So what is the best thing? If someone sees a snake in their front yard, what would you recommend the first line of defence would be?
First thing to do is actually stand still, which obviously goes against a lot of people's fight or flight reactions. But they have relatively poor eyesight, so they react more to movement. So if you're standing nice and still, the snake is not going to see you as a threat and it's going to calm down.
Okay.
Second thing is to keep an eye on it at all times. Call one of your local snake catchers. There's a huge network of snake relocators through Perth these days, including us up in the hills. Watch it, call someone, keep watching it, and then hope we can get there in time.
We're going to get you to show us how to handle the snakes, but up at Perth Reptile Company up in the hills there, why do you have snakes? What do you do with them?
So we run educational reptile displays. We do incursions, primary schools, high schools. We do a lot of curriculum work.
Beautiful.
Community festivals, snake awareness talks. And my partner even does roving snake charming, so she can dress up in costume.
You love your snakes. Tell me something, is it a certain time of the year? Is summer the time that they come out more out of the bush and all that type of thing, or winter, or is it any time?
They can be found all year round. They don't hibernate as such. What they do is they brumate. That's kind of a dormant period, but with periods of activity. So on a warm winter's day, it's actually not that unusual to find a tiger snake basking out. They get a little bit of energy from the sun, gives them a chance to get a drink, go to the toilet, and then they'll go back and hide away.
All right, well, I'm going to let you play with your snakes, and I'm going to move over here. Tell us, if you can let us know which snake is which as you do it. Go for it, Adam.
Too easy. All right. So we're going to start with the dugite here. Probably the most common snake found in Perth. In the top 15 most venomous snakes in the world, which sounds a lot scarier than what it is.
How many categories of snakes is there?
Quite a few. Our local venomous snakes are elapids. So that means they are fixed front fang snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a little bit shy. Come on, buddy.
I like him being shy.
So dugites can actually get up to about 7 or 8 feet on the big end. This guy is actually quite big, as you can see. He's a fully grown adult. The biggest dugite I've ever relocated was actually eating a baby rabbit.
Oh wow!
When I found it.
So how much bigger can they get, Adam?
Oh, I think the biggest one I found was about 2.1 metres. So. All right, buddy. As you can see, all he's trying to do is get away. I get in front of him, he turns around and goes the other way. He can actually travel a bit better on this surface than I was expecting. We get a bit of movement, he reacts to that.
Now, Adam, these are very venomous snakes, aren't they?
They are.
So if you get bitten by one of these, do you need something very quickly or head off to the hospital? What do you do?
So, our venomous snakes, their venom enters the lymphatic system rather than the bloodstream.
Okay.
The lymph fluid in your body travels when you're mobile.
Okay.
The most important thing is to stay still.
Just lie down.
Yep, get in the shade. As you can see, this is actually a really good example. He saw something dark, so he went to try and hide in it.
Wow. And are you able to, can you pick it up or you try and handle it with the rod that you've got there?
I use my hook and my hand always to get them in the bag. Never touch a wild snake. That's probably the biggest thing to take away from this. Aside from how they react. As you can see, not once has he gotten defensive.
No.
He hasn't tried to bite me. He hasn't come at me. All he wants to do is get away.
And how do you get it back into the bag?
Well, depends on the situation. If I'm going to do it now, I can simply...
That way we can have a look at the other one that you've got with us. There you go. Amazing.
Just like that.
And if anybody ever, maybe if people get any of these snakes on their property, they're not sure, there's no easy way of knowing which is which, is it?
Only if you know what they are, which obviously the general public isn't necessarily going to know.
Could they call you at Perth Reptile Company?
Yeah, so we also run Perth Hills reptile removals.
There you go.
So we're based up in the hills near Lesmere.
And I guess it's always handy to have a number that you know. So Perth Reptile Company, they do that.
Yep.
Good idea.
So
now what are we getting out of the bag now?
This is the tiger snake.
Now is this a more dangerous one than the one we've just had?
Well, they are more venomous.
Yep.
They are actually found across all of Australia.
Oh, it looks a lot smaller too.
He is. So these guys get a worse rep purely because they're a little bit slower.
Yep.
They're shorter, stockier. They don't move as fast.
What do they feed on? What are the two snakes that we're
Tiger snakes actually feed on frogs.
Frogs?
As kind of their primary
And the other
diet.
snake that we had?
Sorry.
What did the other snake eat?
They'll eat mice,
Meat.
rodents,
Okay.
birds, all that kind of stuff.
Fantastic.
They'll eat frogs as well.
Now this one's a lot smaller, isn't it?
He is. Now, so what I'm showing you here
Yeah.
is how he's reacting to that movement.
Wow.
Tiger snakes are notorious for chasing people. They don't. As you can see, he's still trying to get away.
Yes.
They also flatten out their neck
Yeah.
as a bit of a defensive posture as well.
So is that the main thing with snakes? They're trying to get away from you, and what we're trying to do is run away from them, and we're putting the fear out there.
If I ran this way, turned around and he wants to go that way, it looks like he's chasing
So
me.
if you walk towards it, will it run away the other way?
Sometimes. They tend to know which way they want to go, if you happen to be going the same way. But see, as you see, he's just turned around now.
So because you handle these snakes at your business all the time, do they know you?
I don't handle these snakes.
Oh, good to know.
So this is essentially a wild animal.
Okay.
Just one that's in captivity. We don't play with them, we don't milk them, we don't do anything with them. The only time we get them out is to clean their enclosures.
Fantastic.
But this snake is supposedly one of the most aggressive snakes in the world.
So we've just seen 2 of those types of snakes today. They're quite dangerous, very venomous. So what's your tip to people at home as we wrap up?
Leave them alone. If you see one, actually admire it. It's not every day that you do get to see one of these incredible animals in your property. Keep an eye on it.
Yep.
Call someone.
And if you're not sure, call Perth Reptile Company, of course.
We can always put you in touch with someone who can come and get it for you.
And how do we get more information? What's your website, please, Adam?
perthreptile.com.au. You can also find us on Facebook at Perth Reptile Company and Perth Hills Reptile Removals.
I actually feel very comfortable in here. Obviously, the snake's not coming after me. Thank you for watching today. Thank you to Adam from Perth Reptile Company. Please support them. They're up in the hills. If you've got any questions about snakes or you see anything you're not sure about, give them a ring. They will look after it for you. They'll either come and remove it or put you in touch with someone. Adam, thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
All the best, and we'll look forward to having you back on the couch next year.
Thanks, mate.
More of The Couch coming up with less snakes right after this. Welcome back to The Couch. Now, we saw them earlier on the show, and exclusively on The Couch today, we've got Hala, of course. Hala is the director and the founder of Club Fiesta, the lady who runs it all. You own it all. Welcome to The Couch.
Thanks for having me, Fred. Really excited to be here.
Oh, you are such a busy lady, and the company is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. What have you achieved this year? What are the new things that we've done with Club Fiesta this year?
Absolutely. Lots of stuff. To start with Club Power has really taken off. The new program, which is weight-based program, it's like a sister program from Club Fiesta, and it's just been taken off, recruiting all these instructors. Even Adelaide now, we've got an instructor in Adelaide. So really exciting. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to spread the Club Fiesta good vibes and energy all around Australia. Oh, and one more important thing that happened.
Yes.
We've got a class that's starting up in Montana, in America.
Are you serious?
Yep.
You're moving all the way to Montana in America?
So we've got a lady, an instructor who's absolutely incredible. She just moved to America last year.
How good
and
is
she's
that?
a Fiesta instructor, and she just started classes in World Gym in Montana.
What makes Club Fiesta instructors different to other fitness instructors?
Yeah, it's the energy, the vibes, the happiness, and the sense of community. I believe that it's really everyone who qualifies and teaches Club Fiesta, it's all about inclusivity and no one is left behind. You know, they just all about the feel and the energy and the music. You know, it's
so
just,
when
it's
someone
incredible.
goes to a Club Fiesta fitness class, what can they expect?
Expect amazing energy, music, good vibes, disco lights on.
I must admit, it's very inclusive, very friendly as well.
Yes.
And there's no lectures on, you can do it fast, you can do it slow.
Absolutely.
Just feel the beat, relax, do it at your own
non-intimidating
pace.
You know, it's you see people even sometimes still go the other way, and it's okay. You know, they just say hey to each other and they high-five each other and have fun. Absolutely.
Isn't it? You do it at your own style, at your own body.
Yeah.
You take all different shapes of bodies. It's not about you have to be this size, this weight. An image issue. You take on everybody. Anyone can have fun with Club Fiesta, and I love it. Can anyone become a instructor?
Absolutely. So if you've got passion in helping others, and really the love of fitness and dance and helping others, a community, definitely you can qualify online, or you can join us next week at Gold Coast.
And that is, of course, on clubfiesta.com.au. Check out the website while we're still talking. Now, what's coming up for you leading up into Christmas and into the new year? What's happening with Club Fiesta? Where are you going?
So next week, which is the 10th of November, we're going to be at the Gold Coast, and we're going to run workshops and classes there, we're really, really excited about that. And then the following week, which is the 17th of November, Sunday as well, we're going to be in Brisbane. So run classes and workshops there. And then as soon as we come back, we're going to be at the Pride Parade.
When is that? When's the Pride Parade?
23rd of November. So Saturday 23rd.
Wow.
And we're going to have a big float, lots of people. And this is the great thing about Pride Parade. We do this every year. And we don't just get instructors that come and do the parade. It's members. It's anyone that has, just want that passion and the vibe.
To be part of it.
To be a part of a parade and just the fun and the energy. It's just an amazing experience, you know. So it's you know, and that's what all life is all about, creating memories.
Now, do you close down over Christmas or do the classes continue?
Never.
I know you never do.
Down.
You work 24 hours a day.
You know, you have Christmas and New Year's, and you really want to keep moving. And the last thing you want is just, I ate too much and I can't move it. So we do run classes. In saying that, though, there are less classes. You know, the community classes. Not many people come in. You know, so especially because if it falls on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, we close those days because
everyone's away.
But everything in between, we still run it.
So do you run classes after Christmas to say to people, how can you get back into a little bit of fitness after eating too much, having too much chocolate, drinking too much maybe?
I know.
Are you running any classes to debrief after Christmas?
Absolutely. So we come back straight after Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
And then we have this whole lot of people that come in from, you know, all walks of life. Oh my God, I need to burn all these calories and, you know, give me more burpees or more, you know, mountain climbers. I'm like, well, you do it yourself and I'll watch you. So lots of fun. Yeah, it's a huge...
Are we expecting any changes now? Is there anything you can tell us about next year? Anything exciting? Anything new? Just leak it out. Don't tell Deb.
Okay.
She's only the operations
We've been
manager.
working on this for a while, but
What is it? Tell me.
there is a couple of programs that's going to be launching.
No one can hear you.
No one can hear, really?
Yeah.
So there's something that's going to be for the kids. Yes. So it's going to be...
I'll just pretend I'm not excited.
Okay, yeah.
Right,
It's really exciting. We're really looking forward to that.
Like a kids' club fiesta.
Yeah. So there's a big gap for the kids between, say, 5 or 6 to maybe 13, 14.
What
There's
a great
really
idea.
not much for them to do. Everything is structured, and this is not going to be super structured. It's just going to be something really simple. And something to do with boxing and...
a little bit of martial arts type action happening. Are you a bit of a boxer?
Well, they say I look like cute when I'm boxing. I'm trying to be fierce.
Is it for fitness, self-defense, or for anything?
For anything.
Everyone can take what they get out of it.
Anyone can just jump in and just release all their frustrations out.
Beautiful.
I get people coming and saying, Hala, I've just had a really rough day. Can you just give me a couple of really strong boxing tries? I'm like, yeah, go for it. So it's really great for, you know, releasing tension and energy.
I love that you and Club Fiesta cater everything you do to everybody.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter if you're one that wants really fast action or one that doesn't do fast exercise, one that wants to do a bit of boxing, one that wants to do a bit of dancing to the music, one that just wants to have a bit of fun and
like a fruit
chill.
salad of everything.
Yeah,
you know, so
I think it's wonderful.
Not just one thing or the other.
Now, the question I have to ask you is, people are saying, where is Club Fiesta? How can we find them? How do people find where the Club Fiesta classes are?
Yeah, so head to our website, clubfiesta.com. If when you search find a class, all the classes there, we list them all over Australia and all over the world.
So have we got classes all around WA?
Correct, yeah.
So if I lived in, say, Ellenbrook, would there be someone in Ellenbrook?
I'm not sure about Ellenbrook yet.
Oh, I've
but,
stumped you,
maybe,
but I bet you there would be. But it wouldn't be Ellenbrook, but it might be Midland, or it might be Brabham, or it might be Beachborough. But there's going to be somewhere on your website where people can put in, find your classes, and they should be able to find the closest class next to them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to quickly plug before we say goodbye for
just
Christmas?
Stay safe, stay healthy, and it's all about the balance in life. You know, even if you want to eat something that's really unhealthy, don't worry about it. Don't stress.
Just
just keep moving and have a just look after yourself. And I think
did you put any thought into the Club Fiesta bar?
We thought about it. We actually had a team meeting and talked about it.
Okay.
I will debrief you that next time I see you.
Oh, debrief, so she's not doing it. Obviously not doing it. Thanks very much. Hey, thank you to you and the lovely staff from Club Fiesta for coming in this year, supporting the couch as well as you do as a supporter. We love having you here. We look forward to maybe having you back next year because we'd love to have you back. And the ladies and gentlemen as well. And wish you all the best up at the Gold Coast, the Pride Festival, Pride Parade as well. And everything you do over Christmas. Check out clubfiesta.com.au for all the details. This is Hala. Her face is just amazing. Honesty, truth, fun, and she'll look after you as well. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me, Fred. Really excited.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
More of The Couch coming up right after this. Stick around.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back to the couch. Christmas is coming only a few weeks away, and as always, our good friend Frances Higgins from Kmart Wishing Tree. She's at Kmart at Maddington, by the way, if you want to go meet her personally and get her autographed. She's in the studio today. Welcome back, Frances Higgins.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure to have you here. Now, you're part of the Maddington store,
Yes.
but for many, many years, you've come in as the coordinator, I guess, for RWA Maddington store to promote the Kmart Wishing Tree.
Yes,
so
I
give us
do.
a bit of a background. How long has it been running?
Well, this year it is our 37th year, but obviously it goes back down to the lady in Adelaide in 37 years ago, so 1987,
When it
if I'm
started.
correct, maybe if my calculation. And she was approached if Kmart could be a storage of wishing tree gifts, and then from there it's just gone bigger and better. It is the largest Christmas wishing tree donation gift collection, and in conjunction with Salvation Army, as you know.
They're our charity here in WA that works with Kmart WA to get that all sorted, all the gifts are given out. So let's run through, because I know this year you've had a little bit of a change, but always similar. So there's a Christmas tree at all the Kmart stores around Western Australia, around Australia, shall we say.
Australia.
What do people need to do?
Well, obviously they will all be set up on the 11th of November, their trees, and then that week all their launches will commence. The trees will have their tags, but this year there's also a $2 tag that you take to the checkouts.
So you can take the little $2 tag to the checkout,
checkouts.
and what happens with that?
And then that obviously they scan it.
And they give $2
goes
to charity.
Mm-hmm.
What a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
And is that
there's-
for people who don't buy a gift, isn't it?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
and then there's also, you can purchase the gift
Yep.
and put it under the tree. As you know, it doesn't need to be wrapped, and it can be from anything from babies to our elderly people, like I've told you on your radio. Anything.
So I'll run through so people know the process. You get yourself, let's say you buy this fantastic new Kmart bear. You take it over to the tree. You don't have to wrap it. You put a tag on it.
Yep.
And what does the tag actually say?
It indicates the
Boy,
child,
girl,
boy, girl,
age.
age. Yeah, it's all listed.
And you stick it on the item. You pop it in the little gift box
Boxes. There's 4 boxes that have been given to us to put around the tree.
Yep.
And that's the holding.
And then at the end of the year, there's a close-off period. Do you know what the close-off date is?
24th of December.
You're very well informed, I tell you what. She's on the money. 24th of December. We close it off. The
Yep.
gifts are then handed over to the Salvation Army.
But in that process, during that week, they should have been already contacted there, and the gifts are collected however they do it, on a regular basis every few days. Obviously, at the beginning, it might be a bit slow, but towards the end, my Salvation Army, as you know, is Ben. He comes out 3 times, after Thursday night, after the weekend, to collect, because there's not space at Kmart to leave them.
Correct. So you take them away weekly, daily, whatever it
then
might
towards
be.
the end, that last slot will be taken.
How many gifts do we normally get? I mean, I know there's in the hundreds of thousands.
Yes.
We did really well last year around the whole of Australia.
Yeah.
How did we go, do you know?
Yes, I think last year there was over, in Australia, I think it was close to 396,000, I think.
That is a
Yeah,
fantastic
I
contribution
think, yeah.
by Australians supporting this wonderful charity. Now, why is it so good to do the Kmart Wishing Tree? Why do you think there's a benefit for people to get involved?
I just feel, from how many years I've been doing it, I think it just gets the community, all communities together, and just to let them realise that they're not the only one. The Salvation Army are out there. There's people, and this is their way, our customers who are very loyal to us. And as you know, we are very low cost, and people just support us, and they know in the end that they will support a charity like Salvation Army.
Exactly.
And people do know that they sometimes might need them one day themselves.
And let's talk about the people that you're supporting, because you've got the young, you've got male, female, but you're also looking after adults as well.
Yes, because there are adults out there that are on their own. They don't have any
They're lonely,
family.
they don't have family, they don't have a lot of money sometimes. And you know what? Why not brighten up their world
day.
at Christmas? It's a great idea. And
But
I
it
think it's
doesn't
wonderful.
have to be anything, just something little.
I think you're absolutely right. So what are you doing to celebrate? Because I think on the 13th of this month, you're having a launch. Tell me what's happening at Maddington.
As you know, you've been at our launch.
I have.
Yes, we're having Santa. Obviously, we're having Bluey this year. We have Bingo coming.
Bluey and Bingo.
Together at our store, and obviously Frozen, all of...
the cast
and
there,
the cast,
yeah.
you know. Mainly the staff dress up. You know, they have their T-shirts,
I
our
do.
staff.
Look,
But this
they're
year, all Kmarts will be getting for their staff a T-shirt, so their staff can wear T-shirts. That's what head office
How
has
good
done.
is that? So they all look the same, I guess,
Yes,
as well, which is
well,
great.
our T-shirts haven't arrived, but we have got badges.
Your little badges. How cool are your
as
badges?
well
And
are
is that a
coming.
new name tag or is that your everyday one?
That's my everyday
And I
tag.
do love your checkered Kmart top. Can't wait to get one for Christmas in my size.
I'll have to get you one.
You know, I have to say, I know Kmart is a business. It's owned by Wesfarmers, which is an amazing West Australian company. Kmart Australia has been there all my life, and they do an amazing job with the community. And you're right, they're part of the community. And this fantastic appeal works beautifully to help so many people. As we said, male, female, all ages. The Salvation Army, at the end of the day, will start distributing those gifts and making sure that everybody's happy, as many as we can. Are we looking for a target this year? Because I know we want Maddington to get the most.
Well,
So we want people to come. If you can go to Maddington, we'd love you to go to Maddington and put
But
it under their
obviously,
tree.
every store, you know, obviously in their community, go to your local Kmarts. Everyone will be doing the same. The trees should be up on the 11th of November. Ask the Wishing Tree Champions. And they should have all the products that will be up by this week. Should be all coming in. These should be all up at the front of the
Now,
store.
let's talk about Christmas,
Yes.
because you guys have got an amazing range. I know they reduced their range to simplify it, but you've still got millions of things in there. Talk about the new teddy bear that's out now. These are out.
Yep,
Do you know what they're
ours
worth?
is at the front of the store, so they should be at the front of the store, our Keza Bear.
Yep.
And for every purchase of these, $2 do go to the Salvation Army.
$2. Look at this cute little teddy bear. Do you know how much it costs?
$12.
Only $12. So they haven't really gone up much.
No.
$12. So if you buy one of these amazing bears, $2 goes to the Salvation Army to help charity. Now, what I love about the teddy bear, he's got a lovely pair of pajamas, right?
Yes.
But I've got some here as well. Now, are these new? Is this a new range?
Yes, they're all the matching pyjamas for
Do they only
children.
come in the green?
Yes.
So it's all one. The teddy wears the same pyjamas as what we do. They're for kids and adults as well?
Yeah, there's an adult one. This one's the adult one,
Right.
the men. And then
Oh,
there's a
yes.
ladies.
Can't wait to slip into these. I was going to put them on beforehand, but I didn't want to destroy the fabric. But no, look, they're wonderful. And what are these worth? Can I ask?
The tags are on there. That's the kid one. I think that's $12.
$12. You're absolutely correct. That is $12.
And
Like
then the
price is
adult
right.
ones.
It's a little
are
bit more.
15,
I
I think.
15. You are absolutely right. So between $12 and $15. And now these are available. You can dress up in your pajamas. Have your beautiful bear as well. The kids will love it. I can tell you now. Kids love Christmas. Kids love Christmas trees. Take them down to your local Kmart store. Put a gift under the tree. Remember that if your kids are doing well and they've got a loving family, a house, food on the table, they go to school, they've got great clothes. There's a lot of kids that don't have that.
That's true.
So remember, if you've got a parent that's at home with you, or a parent that's living at home because they're lucky enough to be able to, there are those people that are on their own in nursing homes or in a sad situation where they're quite ill and they can't leave their house. Think of them as well. So Kmart's doing that. You're doing an amazing job, and well done to all. Can I just say thank you to all the Kmart staff?
Yes.
I've been there. And you might want to say thank you to all your staff as well.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to obviously our Kmart staff. But it's all Kmarts in WA. We have 32 stores.
And around Australia.
And around Australia. But thank you. And as I said, everyone is getting behind it. And it's not just my job. Yes, there's a few people that are the champions and do that, but it's the whole store, all our customers and staff all get behind it, and all 100%. They give their 100% in this launch.
I absolutely agree with you. And I know you talk about champions. You are a champion because I tell you what, she's on the ball. Every year she rings me straight away, you know, and I'm thinking, I'm going, what's happened to Fran? Ding, ding. And she does. She's on the ball. Kmart, this lady is an amazing staff member. She's a perfect staff member. That's why I call her, you are a champion. How hard is it to motivate? Because I tell you what, staff are doing a lot more these days. For less, yet your staff, you get them working. What is it about Frances? What do you do? Do you offer them food and lollies or something?
No, I think they're probably too
love
scared
you.
to say no to
Oh,
me.
I doubt it. I doubt
No,
it. They love
know.
you.
They
love
are
working.
lovely. work colleagues, they're family, and they know how much this means to me, so they get behind it.
How many years have you been doing this? Don't tell me 36 years.
No.
20.
Well, I've only been 21 with the
Yeah, but you
company,
need
so I
promotion.
think I've been doing it for about 15,
21 years with
the
Kmart,
company.
and that is a great achievement, but
And
15
before.
years.
I've worked before I had my children.
Well
And then
done.
and then
well
I
done.
came back.
And you're still only 37. I tell you what, Frances, you're looking well.
Thank you.
Now, on the launch day, on the 13th,
Yes.
what time? Tell me the time that we want people to come down to Maddington and celebrate.
9:30, because we got John Wallister Anglican School Choir singing
Yep.
for half an hour. Then at 10 o'clock will be the official launch.
Yep.
Obviously, the store manager will talk. The City of Gosnell's Mayor, Ben, will
Salvation
all
Army.
officially launch it. We have cake, as always.
You've got cake. Oh, I think I'll make room
Always.
for that now.
And then obviously we have our fire brigade, our local police, and then all the characters.
Did you say you've got the fire brigade coming in?
Yes.
Are they-
Hopefully there's not a fire that day.
No
but-
calendar type
No,
photos?
no.
Oh, it's a shame. Sonia, our floor manager, would have been there in a
Yeah.
hurry. Thank you. You do a wonderful job. Kmart Wishing Tree. Please go to the website. It is Kmart. Kmart Australia, of course, there it is on screen. Kmart WA is the store. Kmart.org.au. Kmart.com.au. Get it right. Thank you very much. Everyone knows where Kmart is. Call into your local store. Frances, well done. Congratulations on the launch. We look forward to seeing you after the launch to find
to
out
give
how
you
it
the
all went
total.
as well.
No
and if you
problems.
want any information about this, please go to the website, but give them a call at Kmart or go down to your local Kmart store. Well done to Frances. That is it for the show today. Please get your marching gear in and get into Kmart. They do an amazing job. The show ends here. Thank you for your company. Thanks to all the wonderful crew. We're going to leave you today with Fox India, and they've got an amazing song which they're singing for us today. And Sonia said to me, Fred, what's the song? And I said, Sugar, I don't know. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Sonia. It is Sugar. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Spending my nights alone, waiting for you to call me. You're the only one I want by my side when I fall asleep. Someone I'm waiting for, someone I'm waiting for. No, it's hard, but we need each other. No, it's hard, but we need each other. I move mountains on my own, don't need nobody's help. Change your life, wanna change my mind, but stop believing in myself. And we all not looking for God, but we never see it in ourselves. Defining defension, moving stealth. Hard to tell with the precking pelt. You can find me dancing in between the raindrops, trying to find a way to make the pain stop. Over time in the graveyard, got me feeling real. My instability's a trademark, copywritten in all my decisions. This is not supposed to be a way of living. Turn my temple down into a prison. Spending my nights alone, waiting for you to call me. You're the only one I want by my side when I fall asleep. Someone I'm waiting for, someone I'm waiting for. No, it's hard, but we need each other. No, it's hard, but we need each other. Yeah, back office with the braces on. You slide on the back without the neighbors know. Pose for the picture of the pearly whites. Dead lands in midnight, catching on my strikes. You straight a drum for Somali. She give me all I need for the night. 40 suffice, morally right, but I need some advice. And I know that I'm acting foolish. You pick me up around noonish. But blunt, yeah, we cruising. But no, I'm not outcast, I'm a taxi. And yeah, we. But when I love you right, I love you right. I'm by your side, but I make it right. Baby, I want you to know I'ma be there for you. I'ma make you see that I want you. Yeah, I want you. Spending my nights alone, waiting for you to call me. You're the only one I want by my side when I fall asleep. Someone I'm waiting for, someone I'm waiting for. No, it's hard, but we need each other. No, it's hard, but we need each other. Back and forth, I'll take that if that's all you asking for. With my legs upon the dashboard, only thing in my pocket is my passport. Passport. Back and forth, I'll take that if that's all you asking for. With my legs upon the dashboard, only thing in my pocket is my passport. Passport. So do you love me, love me, love me? Do you love me, love me, love me? Do you love me, love me, love me? Do you love me, love me? Do you love me, 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 love me?
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Retrovision. Shop with the confidence that you're getting the best price on offer. And Safety Compliance Global, taking care of all your safety requirements. Thank you for supporting local.